So I have been doing air layering of this hydrangea here, this Oakleaf hydrangea. Well, not this particular one, but the other one in July of last year, just to see how it would work. I have not looked underneath to see what they would look like. So let's do that together. So here are the two containers that you may have seen in some of the videos. And look at the growth here. So what is air layering? Basically is when you propagate using an existing branch by, say for example, if I were to do this, I would scratch this. I'm not sure what you would call it, but you kind of expose the cambium layer. So you kind of scratch out until you see green, and then you put that part facing the soil. So if I were to do this air layering here, I'm not sure why I'm having a hard time saying that word. I would scratch on this side, and that's a side that I would make sure gets exposed to the soil. And that's another way of propagating new plants, with having a mother plant already there, and all you're doing is propagating one of the branches. So to make it easier, I put a block here, so that's to make sure it's secured in its place where I was scratching the stem right here. I'm sorry, not the stem, the branch. So that way I know that this branch stays intact. So as you can see, we see growth here, but that does not mean that it was successful. The only way to make sure it's successful is when we see root formation. All right. Let's see. I feel something. It's not wanting to come. And you can see there's a root right there, and it is intact. It's not coming off, and I can feel the root. So we did a good job. So that's what you want. You want root formation there. And now you have roots here, and then you have a new plant here. So all we have to do in this instance is to cut somewhere here. This is all new to me too, so I would think because we have root formation here, we're just gonna cut, and then we're going to have that be the bottom of the plant, and then just pot it. So this one is good. Let's check on the other one. All right. So, oh no, I thought this was the one that was being propagated. Shoot. Okay, you can see that there's no growth coming out. Look at this. Oh, what a bummer. So this is a good example of it not doing well. It looks like we got some die off here. You want one that is flexible. That's just in my case, so that way it can bend easily. So we can try this for next year if we wanted to. I don't know if I want to continue using a pot. So we can also use, instead of a pot, we can just air layer it directly to the ground. I don't know why I said it in that way. So we're going to take out the buds here. We're going to take out most of the leaves because we don't want a lot of that. We want the energy to go into rooting, not flowering. All right. So we're going to try it on this right here. So we're going to do, okay. So we're gonna lay this part right here. We're gonna lay this part. So we're gonna scratch. So we see greenness. And I'm gonna do the whole way so that way I will have a greater probability of getting roots or being successful. See all that green right there? Put it here. I'm gonna put some soil. We're gonna use this soil since it didn't take. Do that. If you have some nice fertile soil, you can definitely just use it. You don't have to amend it like I'm doing here. And just to help it out, we're going to put some fertilizer. Can you see that? All right. So it's this right here. Let's do a little more. All right, do that. Make sure it's in contact. Spread the soil on top of it a little bit like that. I think you can see it. And we're going to put, actually, oh no, did I break it? Okay. I think let's do the one next to it also. So that way we can lay both of them at the same time. And can potentially get 2 plants. All right, since they both want to be there. It's moving. So you want it in full contact with soil. And you want the branch to not be under a lot of stress. I can feel the stress in this plant. And if there is stress, it might not work, and it's not making contact with the thing as good. And that's why I believe I used the container last time. Yeah, we don't want to just have it laying like this. I mean, I could have like several air layering going on here too. But this is when it rains, this is where the water comes through, and we don't want that, I don't think. All right, so what would you do in this situation? All right, so the other option is we can do air layering up here too, and air layering here and here. Like that. So, and I don't know. Well, let's do it. Let's just air layer this part too, and see what happens. All right. Take out most of the leaves. Hopefully we're not going to get lots of chiggers. We get lots of chiggers at this time of the year. All right. You want the branch to be semi-green. You want some wood in there, and you also want greenness. And if you do it with a tender branch that only has green and no wood in there, it's not going to work either. All right, so hit that one. See, this one wants to come out too. do this one. It's hard to, and I don't know how long I have to do this before, because I'm doing this over and over again. I know it's gonna work. It's just a hard angle right now. I'm gonna make use of the gravel here. Nope, it's not working. I need something sturdier. Come on. Yeah, I'll have to get more. Let's try this one. As long as it makes contact with the soil, we're good. I did not fertilize last time, so hopefully I'm doing good with this. All right, we got 3 going on. I don't know if I want to do, yeah, that one is kind of harder. I feel like these are this one is too small. Let's switch. Yeah, it keeps wanting to fight. Every time I do one of these to show you, I feel like I'm gonna fail or something. Okay. All right. Hopefully these will do well by next year. All right, let's cut this from the mother plant. I'll say right here. There we go. So if you have never done air layering before, I would recommend it. It's another way to propagate new plants. And sometimes I find it, this is just so much easier. Like you don't have to do anything special as far as taking care of it. At least in my situation here, I just put it, you know, the way that I showed you and just kind of left it and forgot about it. The only thing that I made sure to do was water. Make sure that I water it on a regular basis, because hydrangeas love water. So if you can keep it moist without it being soggy, that would be the best. The disadvantage is you see that it's at an angle. So I'm going to try to get it back. It's a little wonky, but we'll leave it like this because that's how it wants to be. And it should be fine. Oh, there are ants in here. That's not good. All right, well, plan B. I do see ants in here, so I'm going to take out the whole plant and put it in a new pot. Look at that. Look at that nice root. Oh gosh, there's a lot of ants in there. Oh, I see ants here too. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo and put it in fresh soil that's not full of ants. Yeah, if you have never done air layering, I would recommend it. It's pretty easy. You saw the whole process. Kind of do it and just forget about it. And, you know, like a year later, you're like, hey, I got a new plant. So it did take me close to a year. I started it in July of last year. So it is April right now, early April. And we got a new plant. So just imagine if you did several. You would have several new plants to have. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments section down below. And until my next video, thank you so much for watching this one. Take care. Bye for now.